Could you please pause the slide here to read the following article as written by Rodney Chester for the Courier Mail. Bullying is prevalent in our schools and in our societies and occurs as a result of perceived differences. Dominant personalities used perceived superiority to set others in their place, others being a title one gives to individuals or groups they see as being different to themselves. Bullies believe life goes by the theory my way or the highway. Anyone who is seen as not measuring up to their standards is in the firing line to be bullied, to become a victim. Identity is not set in stone. All identities have an opposite or differing identity. A common ground needs to be found between these two binary opposites. This gap between identities is known as the zone of difference. While this gap cannot be totally erased, through tolerance it can be narrowed. Behaviour is learnt through interaction and observation in the environments in which we live, including home, school, and community life. Take the lyrics here from a song by Mark Wills. Don't laugh at me, I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm short, I'm tall, I'm deaf, I'm blind. Hey, aren't we all? I think these words say it all. We as a society, both young and old, have become self-centred. We are blind and deaf to the cries of others. The time has come for society to pull together and say enough is enough. There are many ways to educate students about bullying, methods that change depending on the age of students. Here I intend to target the high school grades of years 10 to 12. At this age they are old enough to understand the consequences of their actions. However, I believe they need to be given the guidelines of what these actions should be. What is bullying? Students could be asked to come up with their own answers to this question through group discussion during a lesson. It is important during the teenage years that students learn about their perception of self and identity, and that while they have their own identity, they have to be respectful of the identity of others. I would ask students to write an essay where they explain how they see their identity, core values and beliefs. In consultation with the school guidance officer, I would develop and ask students to fill out an anonymous survey about bullying in the school and what effects it has had on them. Results of the essays and surveys would be used to determine further lesson content. I would look to implement an interactive program with the students participating in and leading, where appropriate, the discussions, activities and learning experiences. I would involve members and organisations of the community in the program in an attempt to change the opinions society has of our students. Projects could include the writing and recording of an anti-bullying song, relevant posters, brochures or pamphlets, or a multicultural day. Teamwork activities are very important when it comes to developing understanding and tolerance amongst our students. I would also encourage and plan lessons around learning about perceived differences within the group and showing how, while there may be differences, there are also many similarities. I believe music would be a highly successful method of reaching teenagers. Take some of the lyrics from a section of the following song, Hero, by Super Chick. We make fun of him, not because they have a desire to be a bully, more because they feel it is a way not to be bullied themselves. But maybe he goes home and thinks suicide. Consequences of bullying are severe. Students need to learn that what they do in life can have very serious repercussions to the quality of life of others. Any kindness from you might have saved his life. Your actions can potentially either cause death or perhaps prevent it. I believe dissecting bullying songs will help students to learn and understand behavioural consequences. The film industry also deals with bullying. Many in-school programs already exist that deal with bullying and character building. Society as a whole needs to change its perspectives on difference. With the modern world being so small, due to technology and travel abilities, we are all living in each other's pockets in a world of diversities. One will constantly come in contact with a diverse range of differing identities. Society will continue to take one step forward and 3 steps back if we cannot learn to live with these differences. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Let's not all be blind. This change can start in our schooling system. Every educator, from daycare through to high school and beyond, needs to be teaching students that it is okay to be different. While you can have a dominant personality, use it for good, not bad. Diversity is not a deficit. Let's make the space of school a place where students can excel and flourish, both academically and socially.